In the last 72 hours, fugitive Derrick Groves from Louisiana was captured, and he was on the run for at least 4 months. But his time is now up.
Derrick Groves has been captured. He's the last of 10 prisoners behind one of Louisiana's most high-profile jailbreaks in decades. And he was captured more than 460 miles away in a neighborhood in southwest Atlanta after a standoff between him, Atlanta police, and the U.S. Marshal's Office. The U.S. Marshal's Office tells CNN that someone called in a tip to Crime Stoppers Greater New Orleans. So they did some follow-up investigative work, and after 3 hours, they found Groves inside of this home. They were able to locate him. Atlanta SWAT had to deploy gas multiple times, and ultimately they found him hiding in a crawl space.
But what did Derrick Groves go to jail for?
Groves was convicted of murdering 2 men during a 2018 Mardi Gras block party. He was one of the gunmen who opened fire with an AK-47 style assault rifle. Among the charges that he was found guilty of, 2 counts of second-degree murder. Now, while it took a matter of weeks for other inmates to be recaptured, Groves was on the run for 5 months.
So for him, in his mind, he was never going to be free again. So what the hell, right? Might as well go for it. But how did he get caught?
We now know the exact reason Derrick Groves got caught. We already knew he got snitched on. That was a given. But I thought it was going to be by someone who wanted the reward money or something. But no, the person who snitched on Derrick Groves was his girlfriend, bro. This whole time I thought this was on a boat halfway to Ethiopia, laying low, switching locations. Nah, his hiding spot was his girlfriend's crib in Atlanta. Apparently in the morning, they had a screaming match that was so loud the neighbors could hear it. And then just a couple hours later, after their argument, the SWAT team came kicking down their doors. So he pissed her off, and then she called the cops on his ass to get him up out of there. Now, I'm really wondering if she did it for the love of the game or if she did it for the reward money, because she could have came up 50K by calling the tip line. It's either that or she was so bad she wanted to give him life in prison, because that's what he's about to get. But the thing that's tickling me the most is that this didn't change his appearance one bit. He's been out of sight for so long, the authorities thought he was switching disguises like he was a master of deception. But nah, 5 months out, the motherfucker didn't change his appearance in the slightest bit.
And of course, Charleston White found out about it. And boy, did he have fun with it.
Man, I was hoping they killed at least 2 of them. Man, I'm mad. Man, I'm so disappointed in our marshal services. Man, they supposed to kill that. He been gone too long. Make an example out to his ass, so they don't even think about breaking out of jail no more. Man, I'm mad the motherfucker they even got out of jail and the were making video calling on NBA Youngboy. But this here took the case. He been gone too long. Man, on out of jail too long. I ain't no more telling how much pussy he done had, how much fun he done had. Oh man, I put his ass in a hole for 15 years. He wouldn't see daylight. He go, matter of fact, he'll go over there where they had, he'll be next door to Jeff Fort. Hey, I put his ass next door to the Unabomber. Yeah, he wouldn't even see the sun no more. Only thing he'll see in the sky is his mail from his attorney. You talking about? I be mean in the motherfucker to that. Go in on go, yeah, yo. I ain't going in on no cause no Holden said something about no player. That's a player. Block you. Get out of here, block. Hating on the player. Yeah, I hate they didn't kill that nigga. What's his name? Derrick. Yeah, they supposed to kill that nigga. Had you. Oh, they were wrong. Okay. Let another break out of jail. I wish they would have killed that nigga.
Now, of course, I've never been in prison before. I ain't never shot nobody. I ain't never shot 2 people at the same time. But here is what I want to say about decisions. And again, I've talked about this in the past. And Mr. Derrick Groves is a guy who didn't think about his life. But if he escaped from prison, what that shows me is that he doesn't want to really deal with his consequences. If he was a real gangster in 2018, once he was down bad, you know, he did what he did, he would just accept it. He would say stuff like, look, yeah, I did it. And so what? I can accept my life sentence. But no, you don't want to do that. You want to catch your life sentence and then, you know, get out of jail and then run around and get caught in Atlanta. This is what a lot of guys can't do when they tough guys, right? Because you see, being locked up for the rest of your life is not something that you signed up for. And if you don't want to sign up for that, and if you don't want to be in prison, and if you don't want to break the law, I suggest to all men, stay your ass out of jail. Imagine how difficult it must have been for this dude every day, you know, wondering if somebody recognized him, wondering if somebody seen him, wondering if somebody know him, and you can't even live your life fully because literally you're just down bad. Everywhere you go, you're down bad. When all of that could have been just, you know, not been dealt with, you know, you could have just not worried about that by just sitting your ass somewhere and not killing people. All right? It's simple. And a lot of times, you know, as men, we can make rash decisions. And I'm so glad that, you know, now I'm 44, I can seriously think about that. But a lot of guys don't think about it. A lot of guys get in the heat of the moment, wanting to prove themselves, wanting to make sure they get the last word or the last say in it. And yeah, you might get the last word or the last say, but the problem is it may cost you everything you got. All right. And it's okay to be a punk. I know that's hard for me to tell myself that when I was 22 or 23 or 24. And I had a situation where in 2000, I want to say 2003, 2002, actually 2002, I had got jumped by some friends. All right. I was 21. And some guys that I really trusted turned on me, right? It was kind of my fault because I was drunk and I got my jaw broken like 2 places. So once that happened, one of my best friends, I was at UC Davis Medical Center in downtown. I was getting my jaw wired shut. I was out of work for a few days. I lost hella weight. You know, I had to drink food through a straw. I mean, it was a terrible experience. So my homeboy, one of my best friends, he came and then he asked me, what you want to do, man? You know, and I had a lot of malice. And it's funny because his mom came to my house. I couldn't really talk. And, you know, I'll tell you who her name was, Sister Thompson, right? I won't say the last name. She saw like the hatred in my eyes. She came and prayed for me. Okay. I don't know what she said that day. She came and prayed for me. And my mom got me out of there. I had to leave Sacramento for the time being. I ended up, you know, I was living in DC, and I ended up seeing one of the dudes back when I came back home. You know what I'm saying? I came back home like from Europe. I saw one of the dudes at the grocery store, man, and you know, we was friends, and we just talked. You know what I mean? Talked and hugged and everything, and you know, some drunk stuff, and that was it, right? But that wouldn't have been the case. It wouldn't have been the case when I was young. I would have thrown away all my life over a stupid decision, you know, because of something that happened to me, because of my pride. All right. And this dude most likely threw away his life, and now you're regretting it. You're regretting it because you want to be out free living your life. You know, life got more to offer you now. You've been thinking about what you could do, right? This is what you're thinking about now. But if you had that choice and that decision, you wouldn't have took that. You wouldn't have did it. You would be doing something completely different. And you know what? That's okay. That's okay. But guys, this is what you should learn from this guy. Stay away from all that. It's not worth it. Stay away from all of that. Life is beautiful. You got a lot of people out here who can help you. It's a lot of things you can do. It's a lot of stuff you can see. I mean, like, look at what some of the brothers is doing overseas. You know, these guys is living life. What's happening? Like, guys are living a whole different world. I mean, I'm in Africa, like living in Uganda, like, you know, seeing places I never thought about going, in Dubai, you know, been all in Europe, been in almost every continent now. You know what I mean? I've been at every continent now. And I would have never thought that coming from Del Paso Heights, and I would have thrown all that away. Guys, don't make a decision that you can regret later, all because you want to protect your particular ego. Stay out of the drama, man. Stay out of the BS. It's too much money out here. It's too many things you got to do. All right? You ain't got to worry about it, none of that. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again. Another episode of The Celebrity Junk. All right, appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe with the bell. We out.